How do you know if you love someone? Like, really love them? Not just late-night texts and butterflies. The real kind. The kind that feels like fireworks and home at the same time. You're not alone if you're asking yourself this right now. Maybe it started as a crush, but now your chest does that thing when they smile. You start picturing them in your future, not as a fantasy, but as someone who makes your weird feel accepted. Is it love? Or are you just really into their Spotify playlists? You feel calm and excited at the same time. Love isn't just fireworks. It's peace. Your heart flutters, but it also slows down. They're your first thought when something happens. Good or bad, you want to tell them first. You imagine a future with them, and it doesn't freak you out. Next summer, 5 years from now, it feels nice. You want to care for them, not impress them. You notice if they ate today. You want to be their safe place. You're not obsessed with hearing from them every second. The constant need for reassurance fades. You argue and still feel connected. Love isn't about never disagreeing. It's about fighting without tearing each other down. You think about how things affect them, not just you. You consider their feelings when making plans. You feel a weird sense of home with them. Even when it's new, it feels familiar. You're becoming the best version of yourself. They don't ask you to change, but you're growing. You love who they actually are. Flaws, quirks, weird obsessions and all. When someone asks if you're seeing someone, you say yes. You don't want to keep your options open. You never get sick of having them around. The good outweighs the annoying. You don't mind when they try your food. That's grounds for breakup if you aren't in love. You want to do things for them, even things you typically hate doing. You find yourself thinking about their happiness. You're willing to go the extra mile just to see them smile. You put their wants ahead of your own. Love isn't the one-way street. You want them to meet your family. You're bringing them to grandma's house. You choose them over a night out with friends. Your spare time is for them. The honeymoon phase passed, but you still get butterflies. That's the best kind of love. You think about what type of parent they would be. You're thinking about the future together. You tell them your fears. You only share your deepest vulnerabilities with people you trust. When something happens, you want to pick up the phone to call them. They're the first person who pops into your head. When talking about them, you use the phrase we. It's natural, not forced. You would consider moving for them. Being with them takes priority over where you live. You don't mind when they smell bad breath, post-workout sweat. You accept them completely. When they engage in risky behavior, you get angry because you can't imagine being without them. You make major purchases with them. You're building a life together. You pick out a pet together. That's the beginning of shared responsibility. You get jealous when someone hits on them. Even if you're not usually a jealous person, you would do just about anything for them. Need a ride at 2 a.m.? You're already out the door. They get on your nerves and you're okay with it. It's part of their charm. You change your relationship status. You want the world to know. You give them a key. You trust them to come and go as they please. Even a deal breaker can't break the deal. Unconditional love is real. You can sit together and say nothing at all. Silence is comfortable. You know how they feel before they say a word. You're in sync. They're an extension of you. You want to spend holidays with them. You're ready to commit. You don't make decisions without asking their opinion. Their input matters because they're in your future. They feel like an old pair of jeans. You can be completely yourself around them. You're offended if someone says something negative about them. You defend the people you love. You feel settled in a way you haven't before. Being with them feels like home. You aren't afraid to commit. The thought of forever doesn't scare you. Now, let's talk about what's happening in your brain. When you fall in love, your brain literally rewires itself. The reward system lights up with dopamine, the same chemical that fires when you eat chocolate or win big. You literally get high on love. Love triggers a cocktail of feel-good hormones: dopamine, oxytocin, vasopressin, and a decrease in serotonin, which ironically makes you more obsessive. According to the self-expansion theory, falling in love makes you feel like you're growing. The relationship becomes part of your identity in a healthy way, and real love shifts into attachment. Your brain starts treating this person as your safe base. So, how do you know you love someone? Maybe the answer isn't in the fireworks or the butterflies. It's in the calm that follows. In the way they feel like home, even on your worst days. In the way you show up, softer, braver, more you, just by loving them. Whether you saw yourself in a few signs or all 42, one thing's for sure. When it's real love, it doesn't just change how you feel about them. It changes how you see yourself. And that's how you know